From ambitious but humble beginnings, Out and Equal Workplace Advocates has grown to be the preeminent national organization in LGBT workplace equality. Today, thousands of people participate annually in Out and Equal programs, and its work has affected the lives of many thousands more. At least one of the ideas behind Out and Equal began in the early 1980s when a group of activists contacted the United Way of the Bay Area to discuss lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender issues. After several years of persistent discussion, the United Way began openly supporting LGBT equality in its mission and, by 1992, included sexual orientation in its equal employment opportunity policy. But they went a step further and also required the same anti-discrimination wording for their nonprofit constituents, who risked a loss of funding if they refused. Yet this pioneering policy created a need. Bay Area organizations were unprepared to deal with the change that this policy would create and needed someone to turn to for answers. Created in the early 1990s, Building Bridges was the solution. Spun off of the United Way's Task Force on LGBT issues, Building Bridges was established to develop a curriculum and offer LGBT diversity training to nonprofit organizations. While Building Bridges focused on equal opportunity for employees in nonprofit environments, other activists were turning their attention to the corporate environment. Since the late 1970s, LGBT employees within the country's leading corporations had begun to gather and network unofficially. At the dawn of the 1990s, a few pioneering corporations had begun offering domestic partner benefits. For LGBT employees, there was suddenly a good reason to organize and a cause to fight for. A group of groups, or AGOG, formed in 1994 and included representatives of over a dozen Bay Area businesses. Their goal was to get people to come together and fight for domestic partner benefits. When leaders discovered that the first event attracted over 250 people, they realized that there was a potential for AGOG to make a major impact on the business world. Meanwhile, two other groups of corporate employees were looking toward leadership training as the key to changing corporate policies. Progress, founded in 1995, focused on grassroots, employee resource group leadership and training in California. Colleagues, formed in the early 1990s, began hosting a national Out and Equal Leadership Summit beginning in Stamford, Connecticut. Colleagues recognized the need to train LGBT network leaders, but also reached out to human resource professionals. In 1995, Building Bridges hired Celise Berry as director. As the only staff member with a small budget and working out of the Pacific Center in Berkeley, Celise was challenged to keep Building Bridges alive. First, Celise and the advisory board for Building Bridges realized that they would need to find another source of funding, and the answer seemed obvious. Take the LGBT diversity training, so well developed for the Bay Area's nonprofit community, and offer it to area businesses. This strategy brought Celise into contact with AGOG, Progress, and colleagues, and everyone began to see opportunities for collaborative partnerships. In late 1997, Celise moved the Building Bridges program into the United Way of the Bay Area office space, renewing the relationship between the organizations and providing Celise with enough stability to begin exploring these and other partnerships. In 1998, Building Bridges, AGOG, and Progress joined forces and became collectively known as the Pride Collaborative. The group provided Pride Power Breakfasts, a leadership summit focused on LGBT workplace issues, and the Building Bridges Diversity Training Program. In 1999, the Pride Collaborative merged again with colleagues to form Out and Equal Workplace Advocates and to present the Out and Equal Workplace Summit in Atlanta, Georgia. With the support of the United Way of the Bay Area and the dedication of local and national leaders, Out and Equal found financial support from corporations and other sources to support its work. In 2001, Celise was able to start hiring additional staff for the expanding program. In January 2004, Out and Equal Workplace Advocates filed the necessary paperwork and became a government-recognized nonprofit organization. Then, 2006 saw the graduation of Out and Equal from United Way's nurturing and support, as Out and Equal moved into its own office space in the heart of San Francisco's financial district. Today, Out and Equal is a nationally recognized nonprofit organization with a dozen dedicated staff members who collectively address the needs of 5,000 constituents, 7 regional affiliates, and produce the annual Out and Equal Workplace Summit. The progressively more successful Cornerstone event attracted over 1,700 participants from around the world to the 2006 Workplace Summit in Chicago. Through educational programs and training, Out and Equal has been able to touch the lives of many thousands more. We salute and thank United Way of the Bay Area and all the pioneers who believed in the vision of workplace equality for everyone. As we move into a new chapter for Out and Equal, we know that we walk in the shadows of these trailblazers and invite you to join us in honoring them.